What if I told you that there is a database tool that is almost identical to Airtable, can be installed for free in less than 10 minutes and without any technical skills? Would you believe me? In this video, I will be showing you how to self-host NocoDB, an open source alternative to Airtable that I personally love using for all my projects. Let's get started. Now, the easiest way I found to deploy NocoDB is with a platform called Railway. So Railway is basically an app deployment platform, and they also offer templates. So templates are basically like configurations of specific environment, like a specific app installation, specific app deployments. So here's one I found for NocoDB. So if I click here, and I'm going to put a link to this page in the description below if you want to access it and then deploy from here. If I click deploy, it will show me the services that will be deployed. Everything is pre-configured already, so I don't need to do anything. I just click deploy, and it will set it up in my project here. It only takes a few seconds for everything to be deployed, and that's the cool thing. Like, you don't need to set up any servers or manage any infrastructure. It's literally like a one-click deployment. There we go, that's it. So now if I click on the app, here I get a URL. I click the URL, it opens up NocoDB, and all I need to do is sign up with my just create basically an admin user. Let's wait for it to load. Here's the sign up page for the super admin. So I'm going to create a password, sign up, and I'm ready to go. Here's NocoDB. All right, let me give you an overview of NocoDB. So very similar to Airtable, we have the concept of databases, or bases, I should say. So if I go here to the logo, you see that we have bases. So I'm going to create a new one called test. And then within a base, we have tables, right? So identical to Airtable. Create a table, let's call it contacts. You can also have multiple data sources, so you can actually connect like other databases like Postgres databases, MySQL databases, and use those as sources for your table. If I use default, then it will create it in that Postgres database that has been set up as part of the deployment. The Redis database is just for caching to make the app interaction more seamless, especially if you're using, if you have like thousands of records and you're scrolling through them, opening different pages. Redis just makes it makes the whole experience more seamless. But the actual data of the actual data that I'm going to be storing in NocoDB is going to be stored in this Postgres database right here. Then we have fields, right? So all the fields that we have in Airtable, we also get them here, and actually a few additional ones such as JSON, which is cool because in Airtable, like if you want to store like a JSON object inside a field, I think you need to store it as a plain text and then parse it, which can become messy. Here you can store JSON directly in the value of the field, which is really cool. You also have the buttons, which I know we have buttons in Airtable, but I think in Airtable, if you want to run a webhook, you need to link your button to a script. Here you can link it directly to a webhook, so you can make an HTTP request directly when you're clicking a button, and it's very easy to define in this window here. You have views, right? So grid view, form view, gallery, Kanban, calendar, right? So all the views that you get in Airtable, you also get them here. The filters, of course. So if I want to filter, let's say by like a string, I get these options. Then if I have, let's say, a number, phone, I get the number filtering options, right? So same idea. Now, we also have links to other tables. So if I have let's say a companies table, and I want to create relationships between the contacts and the companies, I can do that using links. So if I'm on the company and I want to relate, if I want to say that one company can have many contacts, I'm going to create here a contacts field with links and has many selected. And this will link to the contacts table. Save. So now, let's say I have a company called Test AI. I can relate it to contact records, and I'm going to create a new contact record. Let's change this to name Mike, and then Mike's phone number, create and link. There we go. We have one contact. And since I have a one-to-many relation, I can link to multiple contacts. So let's say we have George. There we go. Same idea. Now, I can also group, right? So if I want to group by company, let's say, it creates these groups, group views. That's it really. And then you have the API, which is very, very useful, of course. So if I go here to, to settings, API tokens, I get my API token. And then if you go to NocoDB API, you will find the API documentation. It's a little bit different. The API works a little bit different to Airtable, but once you get used to it, again, like it's very simple, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can interact with the entire app. Yeah, that's it. So that's an overview of NocoDB. Again, open source project, open source alternative to Airtable. Very useful, for prototypes, but also for internal databases. For my personal project, I always use this. It's a great database, a very good experience working with it. And yeah, I wanted to show it to you, and I will probably include it in future videos that I'm making.